are. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sportstalk, and I'm your host, Ryan Escalade. The young man I'm sitting with today is one of the best linebackers the state of Massachusetts has ever seen. This season, he also happened to insert himself in the same conversation at the running back position. He makes a living in the opposing team's backfield, consistently depleting quarterbacks and halfbacks alike. And on offense, he uses his plethora of skills to outrun, run you over, and do whatever he has to do, which the play usually culminates in 6 points. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Angelo Larose. Welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, most definitely. Let's get right into it. It's obvious, man. Your play speaks for itself. You on either side of the ball, man. You're a beast. Where did your love for the game of football come from?
So my family has a large history of playing football, and I was kind of exposed to it at a very young age. I've been playing since I was, I'd say, 8 years old, and I haven't missed a season since. So it's just been building and building, and I've fallen in love with it.
Right. Year after year, learning different things, learning new techniques and stuff like that. Now, as I alluded to, man, you play on both sides, but which side of the ball do you feel like you play better on, and why?
I think I play better on defense because of my film study. I love to know what they're doing. I love having the advantage, and I love to just hit people. I just do. It's just one of those things. I think it's the best thing in the world. That sting that you feel, I crave that, and that's just the most fun thing.
It's like a true linebacker, dude, and that film study, it's evident, dude. Every single time. And highlights in game tape differ, but I really couldn't find a poor tackle. I didn't really see you whiff on many runs when you got into the backfield, dude. You really let people know that hey, I'm here to stay. Playing at a high level means going hard when it comes to preparation. Can you tell us what goes into your routine during the week, and how that ensures your success on the field?
Definitely lots of film study. Making sure practices are intense are a big part. My teammates, they look to me as the voice to get everyone hyped up. So I need to make sure that my energy is good, so they feed off my energy. And that's a big part, is the focus and energy of practice, because that really determines what we do on Friday nights and Saturdays.
Right, most definitely. And then with your play, and also with those skills as a leader, man, that's got to be a big responsibility, having that entire team look up to you. Shoot, man. With your high level play, I have to know, when you're on either side of the ball, what advantages do you think you have over somebody who just plays one side?
From both sides playing, you definitely understand the game better. What moves offensively work better, speed and control on offense, and angles on defense. Playing running back, how you're trying to size up a defender, right? And as you know that, you could use that knowledge to predict what the running back's going to do, and kind of make them one-dimensional with that knowledge.
Right, most definitely, man. That bit, I would have to think, man. It's like when you see it, it's like a shark smelling blood, dude. When you if before the ball is hiked, that okay, it's a little stretched to the right, man. You're already streaming through the line, getting ready to go kill it, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome. During the pandemic, when everything, sports, practice, training stopped, what did you do to ensure that there would be no drop off in your game for the upcoming season?
I just continued to work, my tail off, and make sure that I reminded myself of my goals, and I try not to get down on the situation that was, given to us. The workouts, they got more intense, they had more purpose. It was like motivating for them to even push it back because it made me angry that they tried to take it away from me. So
Yeah.
I think it helped me even more.
Right, I'll say it did, dude. Just just in this little spring season alone, man. It's like are there any players, current or former, NCAA, NFL, who inspired your game and why?
I love Brian Dawkins. He was,
Mm.
he's retired obviously, but I love
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins. Um, Jonathan Abram on the Raiders, love him.
Ooh. Mhm.
Um, Running backs, Christian McCaffrey, I think is a big one.
Yes, definitely.
And I'd say a linebacker. I love
Mhm.
Luke Kuechly. He's retired too, and probably Devin Bush on the Steelers.
Yeah, Devin Bush is he's got the same skill set as Devin White over there on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dude. A linebacker with like receiver speed. That's
Yeah,
that's
4.3 is a ridiculous speed to be running at 240 pounds. That's ridiculous.
right. That's a mini freight train like waiting for a collision.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for the younger athletes who might be coming onto the football team this year as a freshman?
You know, keep your head down and don't talk too much. Uh, Let the upperclassmen, deal with the team. That's their job. That's their team.
Hmm.
So just don't have that loud of a mouth and just play your role. Your time will come. You know, it'll happen. Just keep the hard work up. As cliche as it is, like never give up. It really is the truth.
Right. Don't settle, and always remember to not only you're playing for the teammate next to you, but also got to remember that that guy is playing hard so he can get that spot, and you want to play harder than he is so you could be the starter.
Yeah.
In your opinion, who are the best offensive and defensive players in our game today?
Ooh, I think center is a very underappreciated position. Center is a very
Yes.
difficult position to play.
Uh-huh.
Um, Quarterback, there's a lot of smarts that in an understanding of the game. That's
Mhm.
usually a pretty popular decision for people to have to be picked as the hardest position. But
Mm.
I'd say center or like a blindside tackle is also a very difficult position
Right.
offensively.
Right.
And on
Right.
the defensive side, corner, I'd have to say easily.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask you that, man. I didn't know. Maybe you might have, and I just didn't catch it. But did you ever line up in the secondary?
Yes. So I play
Awesome.
the strong safety. I'm deep in when we have two high, I'm the strong side.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. So you're watching what's going on. Might run up in there and help out against the run.
Yep.
Um, do you play any other sports in your free time?
I don't. I used to play lacrosse, but
Okay.
now like I love football so much that I miss it and I just want to get better at my craft and train and lift and uh it really me loving football so much really takes away from every other sport. Like I just can't enjoy
Amen.
it. I can't enjoy any other sport because it's just not football. And I feel like I should get back into lacrosse because
Yep.
it'll get me in good shape and there's other opportunities that could present. But I think definitely lifting and training is my most best thing I could do in the off season.
Most definitely. What professional teams do you root for?
Patriots and I like the Raiders.
Okay, the Raiders, man. I don't know. I don't like what they did with the draft. I think they took Alex Leatherwood way too high. They completely ignored Brady Christensen and Dylan Radunes, who are still sitting there on the board, whom were better. I don't know, but he is a Bama product, so that might that their style of play, he might translate to the next level. And at least how Saban is compared with Belichick. Honestly, man, what can we expect from you going forward? If what we see now is just everything electric, what can we expect from you going forward?
I'd say just the same things, and my team is getting better around me. They're working their tails off too in this off season. We're all making sure that we're all working. So I think the team success is really gonna shine this next season. We're very young. We had 19 of 22 starters were underclassmen. So we're a very young team. And I think that we're going to shine next season.
Awesome. Well, Sports Talk would love to thank Angelo Larose for coming on the show. You're a hell of a player. Keep doing what you're doing. And dude, we'll be seeing you playing on the weekends, both days. I'm pretty sure. So I am going to